to his own 18-yard
I'm real upset.
line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to go big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I knew I was going to regret turning up roughing the passer. I turned it up because it had never been called once in all the games that I've played. I turned it up 5 notches, and now it's being called 3 times a game.
Mayfield able to get this one to his
It's probably going to get called again.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
This is stupid.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage does.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. It's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup.
Sugar.
Just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That was the perfect play for that moment, and
that
it
screen
just didn't
on
work.
2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think his first catch is coming at some point. Now Johnson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Man, I've turned it over 3 times, all in my territory.
As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
We got to generate some kind of a takeaway.
And they start the second half with Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
Wow.
And margin too.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure.
I'd see what Abukam's ability is.
Downfield. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion.
It's going to be a long field goal.
Almost his bread and butter. That's a good running back dive play. A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you.
What is with this holding?
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Oh, it's personal foul.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw, gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods.
That's where you belong.
so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And maybe
horrible play.
Revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Horrible play.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And he said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. Goff now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Oh.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown.
Throw that ball you just caught in the stands. You could keep that ball, dude.
1-yard touchdown pass.
You keep that ball and put it in your trophy case.
Retake the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, and right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
All right, Freddie. All right, Baker. Ball is in your court now.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
He's coming, double up.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Third and short. Defense stepped up for the 3 and out.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on
You can't run Duke Johnson up the middle. Get him out on the edge, man.
Struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your
Go, Gerald Everett.
play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of
Oh, yeah.
not a lot of plays where
What?
you extra
Was that a
ball
zone
handle.
blitz?
Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him
Because
to take care of the ball and try and move
my guy
forward.
got open quick. It didn't look like it was man coverage.
Can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
It was a mid blitz. Dang.
So
that's a backbreaker for the Browns, huh?
Midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Rush in. Rush in.
49, check 49, check.
Tiger.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this.
And they're blitzing hard.
The scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. He won't go down.
Oh, yeah. What a run.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st
What a
down.
run and what blocking.
This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there.
He bowled over his own lineman.
Down, but at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Henderson, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. You can't block me.
Goff now to throw. And this is
Oh, yeah. Stick and nod. Gerald Everett.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now Greg
Come on,
Zuerlein
Baker, what are you
on for
doing?
the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
All right, Baker, you're down 10 with 4 minutes left.
This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. 7 yards there and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2
Sorry
plays
for
in a
yelling
huddle
into the mic,
each time
but
you snap the ball.
Roby Coleman almost
a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Mayfield, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking for Landry that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 13 yards to pick up there, good for a Cleveland first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
John Johnson, what are you doing,
there, but it's
man?
incomplete. Thomas, the intended
You were so busy
target,
celebrating,
and
you
now
could have
it's
picked
2nd
it.
down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
His first catch of this Super Bowl.
You better hurry up, y'all.
For a first down.
You're celebrating, but you're...
A 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Offense.
And that'll set him back 5. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Now Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing, Mayfield. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mayfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Bailey got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting.
You're going to do the
here in
onside
this
kick?
fourth quarter.
Wow, that's a risky move.
This will be an onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly
should have just
wanted
taken your
that
chances
one.
and played
They
defense.
didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it.
Yeah, but now I'm in
even
field
though
goal
they didn't
range.
get it, as you noted,
Almost.
with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Goff now to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Sponge! 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 No, no, no!
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Come on! 180! 52! Down to lose one.
Another carry now for Gurley. And some room to run now. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
I'm just going to kneel it. Play it safe.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. The Rams have won the Super Bowl, and they will get the Lombardi Trophy.
That was a good game.
For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants.
All right, Jared Goff got player of the game.
Lombardi Trophy.
Even though he threw 2 picks.
For them, what a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire
And he fumbled.
crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks
He
for
threw 2 picks and he
everybody.
fumbled.
We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
All right, let's call it a game.